Let me just start with this. I'm not trying to prove a point with this. I just feel that my own opinion is pretty incomplete, and I want to talk about it. And I want to try and gather just the mass of thoughts that you guys can bring, and just see if I can make sense of why people want to play World of Warcraft again. I can't quite figure it out. Sure, you got the obvious reason, like nostalgia. Everyone just wants to go back because everything's been terrible now. You keep ruining these expansions, blah blah. I don't know, just people complaining. You know what everyone does. WoW Classic was the best. All right, we gotta go all the way back to the beginning. I typically don't want to play an MMO because MMOs will just eat all of your time, and they'll just take it all. It's all gone. It's all now MMO time. That was true when I was in college. That was true after college when I was working in a regular ass job. And that was true. It just stayed. It never stopped. It never stopped being true. It's not unique to YouTubers is what I'm getting at. But I guess what I want to discuss today is WoW Classic gonna be good? Is it not gonna be good? Is it gonna perform well? Everything. I don't know. There's a lot of different questions I could have. Sure, you could go into what makes an MMO good for a long time, and then you would get several different opinions across the board. Why do people want Classic so bad, though? I just fucking want to know, dude. Let me tell you about my WoW experience. I played as a small child. I must have been like 11 or 12. I don't really know. I played just before Burning Crusade came out. I think I have this weird, vivid memory of being level 43 as a hunter in Stranglethorn Vale, and then the expansion dropping, and then I just dropped that character entirely. I just didn't give a shit anymore. Then I became a warlock for the rest of my days. I played Burning Crusade, and I remember specifically farming to get a Nether Drake. What was it? What was it? Just something Nether Drake? I don't know. I did dailies for like a fucking month and a half or some shit. Why? It was worth it. It was badass dragon, alright, at the time. I also played Wrath of the Lich King after that, and that was leading up to college, where I did not play it because I was like, I don't want to play WoW in college. And I didn't, and things went great. And that was like the only time I've been able to resist playing this fucking game for any expansion. Loved Wrath of the Lich King. Honestly, thought it was my favorite expansion out of the bunch. I also played, what was it, Legion? I also played BFA for a bit. Again, I talked about this earlier. The time, goodbye time, goodbye WoW. Welcome back, Freedom. MMOs are a prison. Is this propaganda at this point? If you had no interest in WoW and you're still watching this for some reason, I can tell you right now that if anything, WoW lore is very neat. I gotta give it that. I would recommend it. Novel 87. Right up there in the corner. Every time a WoW expansion comes out in any capacity, I will watch a fuck ton of those videos. I might not have cared about it beforehand, but suddenly I'm just, I just crave a story that I just need to know the next little bits of, or the background of. You know what? I'm just gonna start arranging this in points, because there's a lot of specific things I need to get to. Number one, I am curious about how WoW's just gonna do, sales and performance-wise. Like, when's it coming out? August 27th, or not. It's this date, actually, unless it's right, and then we're good. What other games are coming out this year, man? We got Mario Maker 2, Death Stranding. Okay, wait, no. We got Mario Maker 2. We got Mario Maker 2, fucking god. We got Mario Maker 2, June, Death Stranding. November, we got Astral Chain. August as well, a little bit before it, I think. Borderlands 3, September. And then, other shit that's probably coming out around now. And then Ooblitz's mysterious date. I don't know yet, but I'm waiting. Might get an alpha soon. Yeah. Good boy. But yeah, all those. I don't know where the markets kind of cross. I don't know who's playing fucking WoW and trying to go play an adventure game as well. I don't know, the subsection's all this shit. I'm just saying. I don't know. I do know. It's because WoW takes up all your time, and people would like to play other games. If they're like me, probably. I'd like to not play only one game. Listen, okay? How much do other games coming out affect an MMO's release? I don't know. There's too many questions I'm gonna bring up that I don't have answers to. I mean, my take, it's difficult to get too invested in an MMO when you want to play other things. If you do both, you pay the subscription, and then you feel like you're not getting your money's worth because you're not playing the game enough, and then you stop. Then when you stop, you just play Monster Hunter World Iceborne out on September 6th. Another one. Like, a week after. That's a big one. I think, at least for me, fuck. Specifically for me around that date on launch, like, I'm gonna just play Monster Hunter a week. I don't think I'm gonna buy it. I would much rather spend my time on that shit. Chargeblade got a Savage Axe. He just swings it all over the place. Sick, dude. Particularly, I don't even feel like giving it the chance that I previously thought I was gonna give it. With that week's time, that's the unique experience of starting MMO. Sorry, that's the unique experience of like servers opening on a new MMO or a new expansion and it just being crowded to fuck. And then you need some little critter to kill for a boss. Sorry, for a quest. Fuck. And here I go. I'm going up. I'm gonna kill Haga for my quest. Then I can proceed with leveling. Shadow Bolt. God damn it. And as the Shadow Bolt travels toward Hagar, poor Hagar is already dead. Turns out one of the 5 people also trying to wait for that spawn for the same quest, he got it. And you've got to wait for it to respawn. Yeah. I don't like that. 3. Am I in 2 or 3? Did I do a second one? 4. Do you guys know that pie graphs are the best graphs? 80% of people think that pie graphs are the best graphs. Do you want to know why 80% of people like pie graphs? Because it's always going to look somewhat believable. This wasn't based on anything, but it sure looks accurate. Here's a pie graph on me. So here are my predictions for the people, these subsets of people that are going to buy WoW Classic. Let's go over it. I think about 5% of the people that buy WoW Classic are going to be the hardcore raiders. Another 5% is going to be hardcore PvPers. I'm gonna highball this one. People super excited for Classic that will have the classic MMO experience of mine, of jumping in, forgetting they have to invest the entirety of their life to get anything done, and will stop playing after hitting the level cap or before. I'm gonna say 50. I think that's a lot of us, honestly. There's a reason a lot of MMOs die real quick. I think that's the reason. It's on the pie graph. Okay. 25% of people that are always hyped up for it. They're fucking going at it. They're talking about it on Twitter. They're posting Instagram pics on I remember WoW Classic. Listen, I mean, you can do that too, but you don't have to be part of this little pie section. Don't worry about it. But I'm talking like people real excited that are then gonna drop the game or just not even play it. But maybe another game comes out, they want to play it instead. Maybe they just stop caring all of a sudden. Maybe the glasses came off. 15% of people that will actually end up preferring the current WoW. I mean, there's got to be a reason they're still playing it like right now. Like this is obviously after these people specifically play, even if they are playing regular WoW still as well. God, imagine playing on 2 different versions of WoW. That's double the time loss. Just to reiterate, this is based on nothing. If you think it's wrong, I don't care. So that's the graph. Whatever. Something I was wondering that I looked into is how they're actually going to release Classic. Like what patch is it going to be on? What's the plan with all the content? Is it all in one, etc. Found out it's released in like phases. Obviously, a subscription for Blizzard, so pretty big win. And their reasoning is what, power scaling. So you gotta do raid by raid. You weren't meant to have this gear going into the next one, which okay, it's pretty reasonable. And that's where I move on. Do you remember playing WoW Classic? Do you remember not flying around on flying mounts? I bet you do, but I bet you don't remember just how slow it is. Minor gripe, just a gameplay thing. And no matter what you're doing, it always goes back to it's gonna take a fuck ton of time. Everything, like every little thing. Something I kind of failed to think about for a while also was I forgot about the social aspect of an MMO. Compared to nowadays, when everything is looking for group system, you don't have to talk much. You don't have to talk much to people. WoW Classic is pretty forced interaction. Like there's no like meeting stones. You can't just transport everywhere. You gotta physically go most of the places. But it's also just one of those tedious things. Time. I'm curious as to how that's gonna affect it just in general. It's a lot more involved, being in a guild or whatever compared to nowadays. Is World of Warcraft too involved and time-consuming of a game to survive nowadays with the market as it is, with tons of things coming out? There's a lot more games to compete with, especially on a computer, for what WoW Classic was at the time. World of Warcraft survived a long fucking time. I don't know, dude. This is the problem. I have no idea. I have no idea, man. But I wanted to talk about it anyways, because, why not? All in all, I'm just curious of how it's gonna do. I'm probably not gonna play it, because Iceborne. Nostalgia really kicked me in the ass to think about buying it, but, no. Yeah, fuck that.